How to win. How do you win? What is winning? What is all this about? Well, in a nutshell, winning is doing what you want to do when you want to do it. That is winning. And so there's no one to be in competition with other than yourselves. The self, the selves that you hold within, right? Welcome to Success Through Meditation. I'm Shakti, coming to you from a lineage of enlightenment to help you to see, honor, and love the light within yourself so that you can see, honor, and love the light within others. So, in life, in general, on the path, not on the path, but more particularly on the path, the idea is to be fully present in this moment, in every moment. It is why we practice meditation. It is why we sit every day to meditate, isn't it? So that we can understand that winning means giving your very best effort to whatever it is that you do in every moment. To give your very best effort to whatever it is that you're doing takes focus, takes concentration. And this is what you learn in the practice of meditation. You learn how to be here, now, in this present moment, always, because it's all we really have, isn't it? The past is dust, the future no one knows. And so here we are. Why not be fully and completely present in this moment and in every moment? So winning means giving your very best effort in whatever it is that you do, whenever you do it. Your very best, most impeccable effort. You're competing with yourself, as I said, with yourselves, all of those selves that we hold within ourselves. The caretaker personalities, the personalities that we have that the ego devised early on to protect us, so that we would be able to protect ourselves in any moment. And then at one moment or another, we come to awaken and realize that the ego really isn't necessary. We don't need to be anything other than what we are, which is a beautiful, loving, light being here on this planet. That is who you are. That is what you are. I hope that you're asking yourselves daily, especially now at the beginning of this new year. Happy New Year, by the way. Very nice to see you here in this new year. But asking yourselves, who am I? Why am I here? Well, one of the things is that you're here to win. You're here to be able to have a good time and to realize the truth in who you are. That is winning. And we realize that as we sit in meditation daily, once or twice a day. So in competing with ourselves, we learn to overcome the obstacles that we hold within ourselves. We become aware and we become discerning to know which direction to go in any moment, right? We dissolve the thoughts, the doubts that have been given to you since a very, very young age. We are becoming aware, right? We're becoming aware through the practice of meditation. We're learning to dissolve our thoughts, our doubts, our insecurities, the ones that were given to you at a very, very young age, again, to protect you by well-meaning people, I'm sure. But we're learning how to replace them with positive thoughts, with positive ideas about ourselves. You know, and you understand, of course, that most of your thoughts are not your own. They are the thoughts that you were given It could be the thoughts of your next door neighbor. They could be the thoughts of someone that you know and love halfway across the world. Most of your thoughts are not your own. The way that you can tell whether or not a thought is your own is whether it is a positive thought about yourself or a negative thought about yourself. The negative thoughts that you hold about yourself were probably given to you. We didn't come into this world thinking badly about ourselves. This is something that was taught. However, it was taught, again, by well-meaning, loving people. But these ideas about ourselves were imbued from a very young age into your being. And so once we begin to awaken, we begin to understand more clearly who we are, which is a loving being, a loving person, a loving light having a human experience. So when you find yourself having a thought that is negative regarding yourself or anyone else, know that it was probably given to you. And in that moment, with awareness through the practice of meditation, we learn to replace the negative thought with a positive thought. But you can't do this without the awareness that you gather through the practice of meditation. Awareness is everything. Clarity is everything in every moment. When you're present, when you're here in this moment, in every moment, in this moment, not the past, you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're not sad about the past or worried about the future. When you are right here, you have clarity of mind. What a wonderful thing to have clarity of mind, knowing this at the beginning of this new year. To learn to have clarity of mind so you know in any moment what direction to go, what direction to put your next step forward, right? Not back, but forward, moving forward with clarity. So we learn to remove the blocks, those negative ideas, those negative emotions that we think many times about ourselves until we learn to clear them. That these other humans, these other well-intentioned beings gave you. And then, of course, there are those who also have thoughts about you who don't want you to succeed. You know, having someone succeed in your life, in other words, someone decides that they want to create a change. They begin meditating, they begin changing their actions, they begin changing their ideas, their thoughts. The loved ones closest to you many times don't want that to happen. Because what happens when you change? They have to change. They have to change their idea about you. And in most cases, they don't see that as a fun thing. They want you to be who they've known you to be for as long as they've known you. So many times, those people, the people closest to us, don't want us to succeed. And coming to this realization can be difficult. But still, we must continue to change, to grow, to become happier and happier and happier. It's your life. No one else can live it for you. Recently, I had a nephew, 17 years old, who was killed in a motorcycle accident. And at his memorial, it was such a beautiful thing. Everyone spoke about how he did it his way. He did everything his way. That was one of the things that he taught those who loved him, to do everything, to live every moment their way. And of course, Frank Sinatra, I did it my way, kind of says it. Doing it your way, doing it the way that your being wants to proceed and move forward is very, very important for winning. That is winning, doing it your way. And of course, for the good of all concerned, always, everything that we do, for the good of all concerned. Never will you succeed or be a winner with any thoughts or actions that would harm anyone else. That isn't winning at all. There are some who do use the dark forces to try to move forward, to succeed in their way, however it is that they think that they should be winning. But inevitably, what happens is that those dark forces that they use end up turning on them eventually. Happiness may be gathered for a moment. They may feel some sort of accomplishment, maybe, when they are using the dark forces to, in their minds, succeed. But eventually, it doesn't work. It's just smarter to use the forces of light and love, compassion, understanding, to move forward in this life, which is what our planet, all of humanity, is yet to learn. I think that we are learning it. You don't see it much in the news at all, but I do feel that we are learning lessons, that these things that we see in the news, that we read about, that we see, are the darkness before the light. Many years ago, my teacher told us it was just going to get worse before it got better. That's how it is in life, isn't it? Many times. We experience the darkness before we experience the light. And our jobs, our intentions would be good to stay focused on the light. This helps humanity. This gives back to your fellow brothers and sisters. Love truly does conquer all. And so it's up to us to hold it steadily within our being by connecting through the practice of meditation with your own light within, your own love within. That is who you are. That is what the idea is all about. The awareness is all about seeing who it is that you are. That is becoming a winner. Realizing the truth in who you are. So when these loved ones become threatened with the idea of your success, only compassion should be given. But that doesn't mean you need to hang out with them. Right? We want to hang out only with those who support, who love, without judgment. And sometimes we need to move away. Love them from a distance. To be around those who do want you to succeed, who are not threatened with the idea of your success. These beings that are threatened by your success are placed in your way so that you can learn how to navigate your way around them, through them, over them, under them. Always, when you are faced with a challenge, be grateful. I know that in the moment it's not easy, is it? But always be grateful when faced with a challenge. Know that you're going to learn from it. And have faith that all will be well. All is always well. Because in the end, all is well. And if it is not well, it is not the end. All will always be well. So you simply learn how to navigate your way through these, let's call them challenges, of those around you who don't want you to succeed, who don't want you to be a winner. They're well-meaning. Simply have compassion that they are trying to work themselves. They're trying to get through this life just as you are, in the most happy way possible, because what else do you have to do while you're here is be happy. That's your point, isn't it? To be happy. That is the goal of most humans, to be happy. And so to be a winner is a very good thing in your quest for happiness. So as you grow, as you begin to log on to your truth, pay no attention to those who are threatened around you. Many times they simply don't want to go through the struggle of the change to be better, the change to shift to a higher vibration, to shift to a higher state of being. Many people simply want to stay where they are, satisfied with whatever it is that they have, as opposed to knowing that there is a happier way to be. And when I speak of things to have, I'm not talking about material things. I'm talking about things to have like peace, compassion, love, happiness, joy, bliss. It takes some doing. Meditation is part of that. Meditation for me is all of that. You are meditation. This is something to understand. You are that. You are peace. Meditation has been and will always be. Peace within you has been and will always be. It is the distractions in life that cause you to think that you are not at peace. You are peace incarnate. It's simply remembering. That is what a teacher does, is remind you. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. I'm only reminding you. And of course, as I say often, don't believe anything I tell you. Don't believe anything I say. Don't believe anything anyone says. Most of all, don't believe yourself. Don't believe yourself. Unless something that I say rings true for you. Unless what you say to yourself is positive. Always be positive, particularly about yourself. That is a winner. That is what winning is. And those around you who don't want to go through whatever the struggle might be to shift to a higher place are afraid. They're simply afraid. They don't want to face the unknown. Fear is an incredible motivator, isn't it? A motivator to either stay where you are or move forward. Whatever you are afraid of, in my humble opinion, would be something to go through. If you have a fear, do it. Of course, I'm not talking about, fears that we have all known that are justified, like the fear of walking into a lion's den, the fear of jumping into a fire, the fear of jumping off of a building without a parachute. These are justified fears. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the fears that we hold in our minds that were given to you. I'm talking about the fears that the adults that raised you, the adults that were around you when you were just a tyke, a little one, That they gave you their own fears, didn't they? They taught you how to be afraid of what they were afraid of. And then one day when you begin to awaken, you realize that's not something to be afraid of. That's something maybe to go through and find out about. Maybe they are afraid of the water, the ocean. And maybe you have a feeling that you want to jump into the ocean, but you've got this fear that was given to you. When you realize that it is a fear, a negative about yourself that was given to you, you can move to grow through it. You can go around it, under it, through it, right? Yeah, fears. They've mostly been given to you. So to gain power, to win, we need the personal power that we gain through the practice of Zazen, or meditation. Zazen is simply sitting in stillness. That is the Japanese word for sitting in stillness for meditation. That is how you become a winner. Because you learn at that point to control your mind, to control your energy, to control your emotions. A person with no self-control is not in that moment being a winner. A winner has self-control. A winner has control over their emotions. And we learn to do this by learning how to control our minds. First, we become aware. We become aware that there is more. There is more to life than what we're living. Then we learn to focus. Through the practice of meditation, we learn through the practice of meditation to become aware, and then we learn to focus, laser focus. We learn then to control the mind. And by controlling the mind, what we mean is becoming aware of what your thoughts are, becoming aware of the mind and the games that it plays with you, the negative thoughts that you may have. By controlling the mind, we replace the negative thinking with the positive thoughts about yourselves particularly. And eventually we learn to stop thought entirely and become fully and completely absorbed in nirvana, in bliss, in the light that you are. It's you. You're becoming absorbed in who you truly are. Light, love. But you connect back with that which you have forgotten about because of all of the distractions that you go through in this lifetime. We do this to win. That is winning. Happiness is winning. Happiness is light. Happiness is love, which is who you are. I can't say it enough. But as I said, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me unless what I say rings true for you. So we learn to gather energy and power through the practice of meditation. And as you gain control of your mind, your thoughts, and see yourself as a winner, you grow in power. You gather power to become a winner. And then you use this power and energy to serve others. When I talk about power, I am never talking about manipulation, domination, and control. We can look very clearly in the news and see those who are working diligently to manipulate, to dominate, and to control. That isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the power to serve. The power, we need power and energy to serve, don't we? We need power and energy to live. We need power and energy to have a good time. And so we meditate to gather power and energy. to gather control, love, compassion, control of our minds. That is power. And eventually learning to stop thought. That's being a winner. Learning how to control your thinking. Thinking positively, always about yourself, about others, about life. Yes, I know, I realize. You know, one of my students, I was asking yesterday in our meeting, I was asking, why do you meditate? It was beautiful. What she said was to remain sane in a world that to her appears insane. As I said, turn on any newscast, read any news from anywhere, and it does seem like we are living in a world that is insane. But truly, each and every one of those beings who is acting in a way that may appear insane, each and every one of them holds light within. They simply have forgotten. They have lost the connection that they had when they were born into this planet. They came from love and have forgotten who they are. And so what we can do, there are things that you can do. And one of the things that you can do is become a winner. By becoming a winner, you love more, you have more compassion, you see more clearly. Thinking poorly of your fellow humans does not help. Realizing who someone is and discerning, having discernment about who to be around and who not to be around is important, for sure. Never think that you being around a negative person is going to lift them up. If they're there, they're going to bring you down. That's just how it works. What you can do is gather your strength always so that when you are around a negative person, you can hold your own power and energy without allowing it to leak, without allowing it to go around this negative person. Love them from a distance. Have compassion for them from a distance. Love all of humanity. Love all of your fellow sentient beings. Love them. Send love. Send compassion. No matter what evils they may appear to be perpetrating. No matter. Love them. Wish them well. And focus on your own growth, your own personal power, so that you can do more good in this world. So that you have the energy to do more in this world. Focus there. That helps. Worrying, being angry, being frustrated with your fellow humans does not help. Unless it's a jumping off for you to get something done. If that spurs you to going into a more positive direction, then it has been used in a good way. But in general, not a good idea. And it's not a good idea when you can see yourself, when you can, to have control of your thinking, to see yourself thinking a negative thought about yourself or anyone else, having the awareness to replace that thought is a good thing, a helpful thing for humanity. If that's what you want to do, if you want to help humanity, keep yourself in a positive space. Keep yourself as the winner that you are, as the winner that you're learning to be. And be kind. Take care of your thoughts and see yourself as the winner that you are. Move like a winner. Stand like a winner. Sit like a winner. Every breath that you take, breathe like the winner that you are. And begin to see. Become aware, more aware, and let go of those who would want to see you fail because of their own fears. You must create distance between yourself and those who don't want you to succeed, who don't want you to become a winner, who don't want you to change. They would only hold you back. You must let go and see yourself as a winner and become the winner through the practice of mindfulness and meditation. And eventually to go beyond winning and losing. But in this world, make no mistake, there are winners and there are losers. Be a winner. See yourself as a winner. This is how you succeed. With a winner's mindset. Not competing against, anyone else, of course, unless you're, a professional athlete or a professional whatever it is. Yes, you do compete against others, but even then, when you compete against yourself, mostly, even as a professional athlete, when you compete against yourself, those are the ones who end up being the winners, who aren't necessarily competing against their opponents. Your opponents are within. The ones, the selves who are holding you back are within and without. Okay, we've removed ourselves from those, right? From those other people who want to hold you back. We've removed ourselves. Now you've got only the competition that is within. And to overcome that competition, you must think positively. You must see yourself as the winner that you are. So, through the practice of mindfulness and meditation, we learn to go beyond winning and losing. And then allow the universe to be ambitious for you. Allow the universe to lead the way. The universe you hold within. Allow that part of your being to lead you, to take control of every step forward. And as you do, you relax into who and what you're supposed to be. Allow the universe to take the lead, not the ego. We can now let go of the ego. When you begin to awaken, we can let go of that and have the faith that the truth in who you are will make known to you how to proceed forward in every moment of every day. That is a winner's profile. Use your power to always be prepared. Always be kind. And in preparation, in any given moment, to be the channel, the conduit for your truth, your highest and best self. Realize that. Realize the winner's profile that you hold within. Realize who you are. See your own light. And know the happiness that you hold within. to lead a happy life. Because why else are you here? What's the point? To be happy, to have a good time. That's why you came back, to have fun, to love. That is the point. For those of you who are new to the practice of meditation, every day when we wake up, we take a shower, or at the very least, wash our hands and face to bring our very best selves to our practice of meditation. We sit for 15 minutes. This is in the beginning. We work up to about an hour. Take your time. There's no rush. For 15 minutes for a few months, and then after a few weeks, actually, maybe add a second meditation later in the day at sunset, or maybe right before you go to sleep. And then a couple of months later, double the time to 30 minutes, eventually 45, and eventually 1 hour. No reason to go any longer than an hour twice a day. What this does is set you up. When you meditate in the morning, you set yourselves up for a winning day. Remember, you're learning to create a winning profile. You're winning, you're working to see your winning self, right? That's the point of these tools, is learning how to be the winner that you are, right? And so we sit for 15 minutes. Your back is straight. We're generating energy. We're generating power. Each and every time that you meditate, you're generating more and more energy. You're also giving a gift to our world. You're giving the gift of love, of peace, the peace that you feel during your meditation practice. You're giving that to our world. What a beautiful thing. What a gift to give our humanity, to give all sentient beings on this planet. So we sit for 15 minutes. We have music. Our music is infused with enlightened energy to help you to be able to meditate more easily, more deeply. When humans first came to this planet, meditation was not a difficulty. But now it's crowded. This is a crowded place. So now it is much more difficult to meditate. It can be much more difficult to meditate than it was even 1 century ago. It was easier. But now we need to look for places of power. The way we do in our retreats, we go to these places of power around the world to experience and gather the energy of the land where not too many humans have been. Because wherever we go, we leave an imprint. Wherever a human is, even animals, they leave an imprint of their thinking. I'm reminded of a story of a couple who meditated, and they were looking for a home. And they were looking for a home to purchase, and they were looking and looking, and they had come upon one that they had thought would be just perfect for them. They loved it, but they had some concerns. That they went ahead and they purchased this home, and they loved the home. It was a beautiful, beautiful home, but they started arguing a lot. They started fighting a lot. And so they were asking our teacher about this and saying, we have this beautiful home. We love this beautiful home, but we have our friends have noticed we've started fighting a lot. We've noticed we're fighting a lot. So they started doing some investigating into who had been there before them. And there was another couple there who lived there before them who ended up getting a divorce. That's why they were selling their home, I believe, because of all the fighting that they had done there. They had fought, they had horrible fights there. And eventually, the students that I'm talking about did move. it was too much. You can do a lot of things. There are a lot of things that you can do to mitigate the energy in a particular place. Washing the walls, painting the walls, making the place completely clean, sage, incense, things like this. But it was just too much and they decided to move. So my point is that the impressions of other beings who have had their impressions in the walls that you may be living in or in the land that you may be traveling through can influence. They absolutely influence. You can feel them, you can sense them, maybe not on a conscious level, but they are there. And so the idea is in our retreats and meditations, we go to places where it's a little lighter, where not that many people have come to trash it or destroy it. We've come to places of power, and there are many of them on the planet, beautiful places, even some that are so holy that people who visit them stay in a high consciousness. Those are also lovely places to go. And most of these places of power are places where the ancients have meditated. And so it's beautiful to gather the power that has been in this land for a long, long time. And we go and we meditate. And we feel that it is easier, that there are less thoughts that come into our own minds when we go to these places of meditation. We have the desert here. I was just there yesterday meditating for a very short time, but you find that your thoughts are less. You have less thinking when you go to these places where there are less energies, less thoughts. So we have music. Our music helps you, guards you, sort of protects you so that you are able to meditate more easily, more deeply. My teacher was fully enlightened and he was also Grammy nominated. So the music is not only beautiful, and as you will hear today, but it is also made simply, clearly for you to meditate more easily, more deeply. So we meditate for 15 minutes. At the end of our meditation, your tummy should be empty too. Just like when you go to work out, you don't want to meditate on a full tummy. If it's growling, maybe have a piece of fruit, but in general, and make sure that you're awake. Stay awake. It is the most beautiful time of your day, the most peaceful, loving, blissful time of your day. Why would you want to miss it by falling asleep? So stay awake. Whether you need some tea, coffee, some yoga, stretches, whatever it is, wake yourself up and meditate for 15 minutes. At the end of your meditation, bow. Forehead to the floor. And offer up your meditation to the universe in gratitude, saying thank you. So this is how we meditate. Today, we're going to be meditating with a visualization and also with a yantra on the screen. A yantra is an ancient geometric design that is designed to calm your thoughts as you gaze, not stare, at the bindu, the center of the yantra. Gaze at the center of the yantra and allow your mind to calm down. You're sitting nice and straight. And if you're brand new to the practice of meditation, I recommend that you keep your eyes open for the first half of the meditation, gazing at the yantra. If you're out in nature and you're meditating, gaze at the horizon. Maybe you'd like to gaze at a flower or a candle flame. Shake it up. Don't allow your meditations to get stale. Do different things. We have many different possibilities on my meditations online. You'll see many different ways to focus your attention, to keep yourself focused, to learn to control your mind, right? So we focus. And then close your eyes for the second half of the meditation and focus on either your power center, which is your navel center, an inch or two above your belly button. Focus there. This is one of your chakras. Focus on your heart center, your heart chakra, or maybe your third eye. Your third eye rests a half inch to an inch or so above your eyebrows in the center of your forehead. Go ahead and put a little pressure in your navel center. Feel this area. This is where your power rests. Place a little pressure on your heart center in the center of your chest. Place a couple of your fingers here and put some pressure here so that you can feel what this feels like when you meditate. And then, of course, your third eye. Simply touch it lightly and feel the energy here in your psychic intuitive center. So you'll do that for the second half of the meditation. Today, I will be giving you a visualization, a very short visualization, to sort of help you to calm the mind and help you to focus. All right, so go ahead and sit up nice and straight. I'll take myself off camera as we begin to relax the body. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and hold for the count of 3 at the top. Focus all of your attention on your eyes, the muscles around your eyes, and relax the muscles around your eyes. As you do, your jaw muscles, your facial muscles will also begin to relax. Relax, relax, relax. If you have any tension whatsoever in your scalp, relax your scalp. Relax your neck. Relax your throat. Relax your shoulders, your chest. Relax your upper arms, your lower arms. Relax your hands and your fingers. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your back on either side of your spinal column. Relax your abdomen. Release the muscles in your abdomen. Relax your hips, your upper legs, your lower legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Focus all of your attention on the center of your forehead. Visualize that there is a slow but steady swirl of light there. This particular white light is very soft and gentle. Visualize that the white light above your forehead is slowly moving in a clockwise direction. Then, visualize that the swirling white light is slowly expanding. As it does, the white light begins to encompass the other portions of your body. Imagine the soft white light expanding in a circular, swirling motion until your entire body has become lost in it. Feel that the room you are meditating in is becoming filled with swirling white light. Visualize that the light is expanding beyond the room that you are in to encompass the building or area in which you're located. Then, imagine that the white light is expanding even farther, encompassing all of the area for miles around you. Finally, visualize the soft white light continuing to expand as it gently swirls around until it has filled the earth, the sky, the universe, and all of infinity. Let go. Allow yourself to merge with the slowly swirling, calm, peaceful white light. In this timeless light, there is no yesterday, no tomorrow. There is no future or past. Your mind is calm and relaxed. All that exists is swirling white light, and you have become part of that light. For those of you who are new to the practice of meditation, meditate and continue to visualize the swirling white light, experiencing peace and inner stillness until your meditation session has ended. For those of you who have been meditating a few years or longer, continue to meditate and to visualize the swirling white light into the first few moments of our meditation music as you experience peace and inner stillness. For the first few moments of our meditation, and then let go. Let go and let eternity do with you what it will. Now, let's meditate. Namaste. Thank you for being with us here for our first live meditation of the new year. I appreciate you giving your time and energy to love, to light. Thank you. Namaste. The light in me sees, honors, and so loves the light in you. I'll see you soon. Thanks.